Hello and welcome to From the Newsroom. I'm Rebello. Today we are going to talk about KYC, this new mandated form of recognition of customers which is needed to open a bank account, a demat account, a mobile phone connection, even a gas connection nowadays. Me and Kayezad did the story on what are the problems that a customer faces because of KYC and what are the probable solutions that we could come across. Kayezad, what are the problems that KYC, has gone through, and the difficulties the customer faces?
See, at the very basic, KYC obviously is a requirement that you have to do when you want to invest in any financial asset, like let's say a mutual fund, or if you want to invest directly in stocks, even if you want to, as you said, open a bank account also. So earlier what used to happen was that every financial asset, even if you wanted to go directly into equities or mutual funds or open a bank account or invest in insurance policies, you had to do a different KYC. Now, what SEBI did like about a year and a half back or so is that it made KYC procedure uniform within its own ambit. So within all stock market intermediaries,
which includes mutual funds, buying stocks, demat accounts, right,
would do one KYC.
Sure.
RBI still remains a separate KYC.
So opening a bank account is still a separate KYC.
That's
right?
true. So opening a bank account, different KYC. Opening a SEBI or the registered entity KYC is different, and all other KYCs are different. Now, two things. One is that even though the KYC norms are uniform within the SEBI ambit, there still remains a lot of challenges, minor hurdles to get KYC done. And it's not about a missing detail here, or just because you didn't fill one particular form detail here in the form. It's not about that. It's about how KYC is interpreted differently by different entities, even though all those entities are in the same regulatory ambit. So that's obviously one of the biggest challenges that people face in getting KYCs done. So we spoke to a few investors. So in the story, if you go through the story, you'll over there, what happened was that a few investors. One investor had opened a demat account like some 4-5 years back, and then she forgot that she had opened a demat account, and obviously she had done some KYC at that particular point in time. Now after 4-5 years, she wants to invest in mutual funds again. So she tried to open an account in the mutual funds portal, and she tried to do her KYC again. Then she later on realized, or she was told, that there was a missing KYC that you did.
So like, that KYC was not completed.
Yes, so that KYC was not completed in a way which obviously she did not know. Because the broker had uploaded the KYC records onto the system.
And that was with a different KRA.
Yes, that was with a different KRA, which is a KYC registration agency, which is actually
a mandated body to do a KYC.
So basically, there are multiple KYCs. So you do your second KYC through a different KRA, and you do your first KYC through a different KRA, and both those KYCs clash. And because one KRA is not really talking,
they're still not sharing the data.
Yes, the data sharing is supposed to be happening,
but it's not.
It will happen. But as of now, there are some teething problems. So because of this, an investor still sort of needs to go back and redo or cancel the old KYC and again redo the new KYC again. So it's a big mess. But the mess, I'm told, is being sorted out. So that's one.
And there are also problems with, suppose a lady marries, a surname changes, you do a new KYC for that.
That's true.
There is also a problem with Aadhaar card. I mean, not enough cards there, and bankers are not really sure of what is going to happen, whether to take it as an identity proof and a residence proof as.
I suppose the RBI now has come up with
a circular saying that Aadhaar card is.
And the earlier example, which you rightly pointed out, was about surname change. Lady changes her surname after getting married. So there also, the bank will not. Some banks will not allow you to have two surnames. Some banks will not allow you to have. You have to have one surname. And voter card and Aadhaar card will have a different mandate. So it's not really the choice of the married lady whether she wants to retain one surname or whether she wants to retain two surnames. She has to apparently go what the agency tells her to do, rather than her own wishes, which is actually the legal law. So those are the mess. The other thing, also it's important to know that even the finance minister, in a speech that he gave at a press conference the other day, also stressed upon the same thing, that because of the multiple KYC norms and because of so many difficulties in getting the KYC done, people are getting frightened to invest in stock markets. eventually the rules need to be simplified.
Okay, and we need to attract more investors, but this is actually driving them away.
Absolutely.
It's doing the opposite of what is supposed to do.
That is why it's easier to invest in gold. Now,
that's what the finance minister also said. Yeah.
So it's easier to invest in buy a gold coin because there's no KYC required to do to buy a gold coin.
But there's no escaping this. You have to do a KYC. There is nothing.
You have to do a KYC. You have to do a KYC. You can't avoid, exactly. Yeah. So what you can do is that basically before doing a KYC, just read the form properly, have the documents are in order. Ensure the documents are in order, and then try and get your KYC done as soon as possible.
Yeah. So KYC is a demon which probably we'll have to live with. All we can do is probably get all the documents in order, ensure that we submit it on time, and probably track it. There are some solutions in this Mint report that we have put forward of, before going through a KYC, you could probably go through it as a checklist. But this is what is expected from a financial investor from now on, that you expect the banks and mutual funds or whatever expects you to do a KYC. You cannot avoid it. You have to do it. So better we be knowing what is to be done rather than regret that the KYC, if there's a problem, if you don't know what is to be done. That's it from the newsroom today. Continue to watch livemint.com.